so we all enjoy platformers. Just a fun little romp of wacky misadventures. But what is the greatest out of all of these? Is it any of the mainline Mario games? They were one of the first after all. Sonic the Hedgehog? Outperforming Mario at some points and doing what Nintendo don't. Well, those are all just incorrect. They're just one game that just outdoes every single one of the competition. And I'm not talking about a series of games. I'm talking one game that I don't hear a lot of people talking about these days. Yeah, that's right. It's Mort the Chicken. Now, I'm sure you're all asking multiple questions. Anything else? What the f*** is a Mort the Chicken? Anything else? That's literally one of the worst 3D platformers on the PS1. Anything else? This is f***ing up there with Bubsy 3D. And why in the actual hell would you say that this is amazing, when something like Spyro the Dragon and the Crash Bandicoot trilogy is literally right there? Well, just like the Emoji Movie, I'm pretty sure we've all been uninformed. It's just another indication of the internet shaping the general consensus. It's just another indication of the internet shaping the general consensus of what. Oh my god. And it's just another indication of the internet shaping the general consensus. Why is it so hard to say? It's just another indication of the internet shaping the general consensus when it is literally a masterpiece. Like, come on, Nitro Rad. You gotta get your head into the game and wake up to this gem of a PS1 game. So let's not drag this out any further and get into discussing so I can get back to editing the Beatles iceberg. Please help me. Oh my god, please help. Now, before we discuss this underrated masterpiece, we must go over the who made this treasure. This was developed by Prolific Gaming Company, and Now, who I had to find a bit of backstory for on the mobile games website, so I must give an absolute massive shout out to that website. And this company developed only 2 games. You know, as they say, the amount of games you make doesn't make you good. The only other game they made was Tiny Tank, released a year prior before their magnum opus. And you know what? It was not that badly received. It was received so well, in fact, that it was ported on over to Steam with a still good reception. But I'm not going any further about that game. Back to the devs. We got the 2 CEOs, Ed Annunziata. Please tell me Google Translate.
Annunziata.
Thank you. And Gary. What the f are these last names? Gary Blau. But Gary's irrelevant. Go f yourself. You've only made Tiny Tank and Mr. Bones. Ed over here made Echo the Dolphin, Jurassic Park on the Sega CD, and Spider-Man on the Genesis. So he's already got a bigger catalog than this stupid idiot Jerry. That's not even how you spell Jerry, you dumbass. And Blau? What kind of stupid name is that? Might as well call your name Gary Blow, because your name blows. Anyway, this was also published by the now defunct Crave Entertainment, where outside of this game, are well known for making the Bible game on PS2, Elf on Game Boy Advance, and George of the Jungle and The Search for the Secret. A good name up there with Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff. And for Power Regions, also, you. Now let's get out of this real life shit, because I'm sure each and every one of you are just on the edge of your seat, begging, demanding what this masterpiece entails. Well, let's just take a look at the back of the physical disc. The chickens are in a panic when mysterious creatures from another world kidnap their baby chicks, stolen from the farm and threatened with becoming tasty snacks. It is up to the fearless Mort to come to their rescue. A super chicken with superpowers, Mort must cluck, peck, and comb. Whip. What the f is that? The pride of the farm back to safety. Well, god damn, now that is a plot synopsis. Impressive. Very nice. Let's see the opening cutscene. We open to a news presentation from chickens who tell us that the evil, dastardly rainbow cube. You know, out of context, it just sounds stupid. But hey, anyway, you know, this is just an opening cutscene. Maybe over time we get to see more of this cube and how threatening it can really be. General cubicles, yes, that is the name of the cube. I did not make that up. Thank you, Wikipedia. Notice there's a whole ton of hay at the farm of this chicken-ruled world, who mistakes them for his own people. So in revenge, he gathers this army of cubes called the Bulan and steals all the baby chicks and keeps them in wells. Well, la-dee-da, this certainly heightens the tension. Let's not... Whoa. God damn, fucking Mort jump scare, my god. Bro's got the fucking Opila bird stare. Anyways, let's get to gameplay. So this is a 3D platformer. More specifically, a collectathon, where we collect a certain amount of baby chicks through various means, so that Ape Escape shamelessly stole 1 year prior. And once we get them, we throw them into the well at the beginning. What's the means of going around? Well, we can move. We can also attack. And we can also jump. Yeah. Anyways, how does Mort control? Well, it certainly could have been worse. The game has those sort of tank controls, something Croc shamelessly stole 3 years prior, but I mean, Mort could have controlled worse. Okay, whatever. Level design? Well, that's gotta be worth something. Well, there's really no theming with these levels. It's like something Super Mario Sunshine would shamelessly steal for their secret levels 2 years later. But I mean, there's a factory sort of level, a block theme, a town theme, another block theme, an ice theme, yet another block theme. Jesus fucking Christ, is there anything interesting? Well, there's a few power-ups that lay around in some of the levels, and some of them include one that makes Mort big and invincible, a coil that gives him a higher jump, something Roblox would steal 6 years later, and those yoga arm strap things you use for working out that does something, I don't know. Anyway, we get to a sort of interesting chase level near the end that Crash Bandicoot stole 4 years prior, and a final boss Wario World stole 3 years later. And that's it. That's it? That's the funny chicken platformer? That was just a bunch of mediocre levels and shitty controls! Mort the chicken betrayed us! Well, that was disappointing, to say the least. Wonder what Mort's up to now. Holy shit, let's go!
Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, drive fancy